Hey guys, it's your girl here. Good morning, good morning. So today is 9/11. For me, today is not about eating good food, broadcasting eating, mukbang eating. Today is about having a conversation. And my conversation today, as I go to work and take you guys with me on to get my day started, is about my story about 9/11 when the first plane hit. So I was in college and I was in the class, and it was just, it seemed like a normal day, but in an instant the feeling in the room changed, and they rolled in a TV. I was sitting all the way in the back. They rolled in a TV, and nobody knocked on the door. The door was closed. Nobody knocked on the door. They just opened the door, rolled in a TV. So of course that caught everyone's attention. So everyone's looking at this person rolling the TV in, then they plug in the TV and they turn it on to the news. And we didn't have to wait for a broadcast to come on because the broadcast was already rolling. And it said that the first plane had hit and we were under attack, and it was a terrorist attack. Now, you know how they say when black people see one person running, they all start running? Man, let me tell you, I did not have to wait for anybody to get up and roll out. Like, it was like unspoken unanimous motion. Everybody just got up. I didn't even care about my books on the table or anything. I just grabbed my bag and I was out. Ran to my car, and when I got outside, it was so many people running to their car, and I just was like, I couldn't even take the time to comprehend that, because my oldest son Sean was in elementary school. He had gone to I can't even remember the name of the elementary school, but it was in Randallstown, Maryland. He was in elementary school, and all I knew was I needed to get to my son. So got in my car and just sped off. And when I got out of where the school is onto like the main road, when I got off the like roads in the school area and got onto the main road, it was gridlock everywhere. And I'm talking about in Maryland. I went to school I was in school in Catonsville. So, and I lived in Randallstown. So I had to come from Catonsville to Randallstown. When I attempted to get on 695, traffic was like gridlocked to get onto the highway. So I had to take like the regular streets like Rolling Road and stuff like that. So traffic was so backed up. It was like a craze. People were going through it big time. I just knew that I needed to get to I don't know why I needed to get home, because I didn't even realize that home probably wasn't, being outside wasn't safe, being at home probably wasn't safe either, because they was like running into buildings and stuff, blowing up buildings and stuff because of the tower as a building. But I didn't register with that. So all I knew was I needed to get my child, and I needed to get home, and he needed to be with me. When I got like maybe a block and a half from my son's school, he went to Scotts Branch Elementary in Randallstown. So when I got like a block and a half from his school, I was at the light on Rolling Road and Liberty Road. It was a red light. But it was, I assumed it was a red light because all the cars in front of me were stopped and all the cars behind me were stopped. I didn't even realize that the cars on the side of me that was going in the opposite direction were also stopped. I didn't realize that traffic was stopped because there was so many people out at one time. I just assumed it was a red light, but that red light seemed to go on and on and on forever. So I got out of my car, left my car running, the keys in the ignition, and I got out of my car and I ran to my son's school to get him out. I didn't care if somebody stole it. I didn't care that I was holding up, if I was going to be holding up traffic. I just didn't care. I just wanted my child. So I ran to his school and I got him from school. And when I came out of the school, it was so many cars that were like unattended. So a lot of those cars that was like, that I thought was at a red light, were just cars that were unattended that people just walked away from or ran away from because they probably had the same thought process that I did, that I needed to get my child. So I got in my car and had my son with me. And when traffic started to move, you know, we went home. We went around the other cars when we had the opportunity, and we went home and turned on the news and watched the news all day long. Like, that was like a surreal moment for me. Like, the moment where you see terrorist attacks happen in other countries, on other continents, but not my country, not my continent. It doesn't happen here at home, but it came right to our front door. A lot of people died that day. A lot of people gave their lives for other people. A lot of people started their day that morning not knowing that they weren't going to come home and they weren't going to see their families anymore. A lot of people started their day like that. It could have been any one of us who had started our day like that and not come home to see our families. But here we are today, 9/11, 2019, and we have a chance. We have a chance to be great. We have a chance to do something great. I'm sorry, guys. We have the chance to not fuck it up. So please don't fuck it up. So it's 9/11. Where were you when the first plane hit? Leave the comments down below. Don't forget to be awesome. Peace out.